When it comes to our sleep and our health, is it quality that matters over quantity? Don't you want a lot of sleep? Well, as it turns out, a new first-of-its-kind study shows a link between a lack of deep sleep and an increased risk of high blood pressure in men. Here to explain is Dr. David Samadi from our medical A team. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve.
So what this study has found is that the better sleep you get, the less you are at risk for developing hypertension or high blood pressure.
That's very true. And it's actually a very interesting study because right on this network, we always talked about getting at least 8 hours of sleep.
Right.
So the quantity obviously is important, but now we're talking about the quality. And think of this as the deep part of the sleep sends a trigger to the brain. And unless you get that good sleep to restore your energy level, the brain is not going to understand that you're in good shape. And as a result, may send some hormones. You may become, as a result of not getting good sleep, insulin resistant. You can get diabetes, you can get obesity, and obviously high blood pressure. So I think it's a very interesting study and important one.
So it's saying you've got to have the good, forget about the quantity at this point, try to get the really good sleep because, as I understand, and you're the doctor, but when you're asleep, your blood pressure has to drop for you, because if it stays up high, you're going to wind up in big trouble.
Well, part of it is that when you're in deep sleep, your brain and your system kind of like goes to rest, and it sends some sort of like signals to your endocrine. Your metabolism is in order. If you don't have that, all of a sudden all of your metabolism is going to be out of order. So you're going to crave for more food. You're going to be tired in the morning. Certain things like sleep apnea, getting up in the middle of the night because of enlarged prostate. As a urologist, we see that all the time.
Right.
They wake up in the morning, then they got the 8 hours of sleep, but they're still extremely tired. They can't focus well. So that deep sleep or the quality of sleep is as important as the amount of it. And there are certain tips and certain things you can do to make your sleep better. For example, like you don't want to be on Facebook and Twitter or on your computer right before sleep because that constantly stimulates your brain.
Right.
You want to stay away from any caffeine, alcohol, or any kind of things that would keep you up. Take warm bath a couple hours before and sort of like try to go slowly to sleep and make
unwind.
Sure. Exactly right. If you do all of this and you still can't get good night's sleep, look at the list of your medications and see if they can affect your sleep pattern. And ultimately, if everything fails, you want to make sure that you see your doctor and find out why you're always tired. Now, it's a cycle, Steve.
Sure.
You don't get good enough sleep, you eat more, you get obesity. Obesity causes sleep apnea, and this cycle continues, so you really want to break it in order to be able to have a better quality of life, less cardiovascular issues and heart disease.
Absolutely. Good advice as we go into the holiday weekend when people can get a little more sleep. Just
Absolutely.
make sure it's the good sleep. Dr. David Samadi, always a pleasure.
Thank you,
very much,
Steve.
sir.
Nice to see you.
All right. And by the way, this